Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Living the Midlife Dream with me, Danielle Mauger. I am coming to you today from the beach. We moved down here, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Kevin and I have, this is our second summer here for the summer. Basically, we come down in May and we stay down here pretty much the whole summer. Although I've already gone home twice, going home again tomorrow. So it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth. And we also are expecting our first grandchild this summer. So definitely lots of back and forth. But happy to be here today. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day. So if you're watching this, you might see the water is behind me. I'm recording this from my kitchen table at the Jersey Shore. So let's get into it. Speaking of summer, this episode I am so excited about. I love this kind of stuff. We're going to think of this episode and the whole topic that I'm about to lay out for you, which is the rebranding of you, as a self-help book. Like, those are my favorite. I love a good self-help book. I've got a whole library full of them. I just love the inspiration and hopefulness that they offer to just kind of be a better version of you. And that is exactly what this episode is about. We are rebranding, reinventing you over this summer. So between Memorial Day and Labor Day, we're going to apply all this stuff that we're going to talk about today. I'm going to do it with you. And we're going to end up at the end of the summer being the most confident, the healthiest, the strongest, the most vibrant and radiant version of you. How amazing does that sound? You can do this. We're going to do it together. Let's get into it. So first of all, let me just say that the term rebranding you or reinventing you, I am not in any shape, way, or form suggesting that you need a rebrand or a reinvention or that it's negative in any way. No. All I'm saying is that a rebrand to me basically is more about aligning your energy, your mindset, your habits, your daily and your presence, basically. So if you want to change anything in your life, anything at all, and you want to rebrand yourself, you have to change your mindset. You have to change your habits, your daily actions. All of these things work together. So that's what we're going to be working on this summer. You have to see yourself as you want to be, and we're going to start to live just like that woman in the future every single day. I want you to start to visualize the new version of you, the rebranded version of you that will be there at the end of the summer. I want you to visualize her, and we are going to start acting like her today. So this is fun, right? Okay, so if you've been listening to me for a while or taking any of my classes or watching me on Instagram, you have heard me say this same phrase that I am going to say again, and I will say it until the day I die. I truly believe that you can be, do, and have absolutely anything you want in this life. 100% I believe that. You just have to do two things to get it. You've got to get very clear on what it is that you want, and we're going to do that today. And then the number two is you just go after it. You get clear on it, and then you move forward and you go get it. So boom, that's what we're doing today. So in order for you to get clear on what you want and how you want to rebrand yourself, I want you to ask yourself a few questions. But before you do that, I want you to set aside some time between now and next Monday, which is Memorial Day, when you can really sit and think about the questions that I'm going to ask you. So set a vibe. You could put on some music, grab a journal. You don't even need a journal. You could just use a pad of paper. You could use your phone and go into the notes section and answer these honestly so you can get a crystal clear picture on what this rebrand looks like for you. So let me get my readers on and ask these questions that I've written out for you. All right, number one, what makes me feel alive and happy? Number two, what do I want? What do you want? It's a fun question to answer, actually. Number three, what version of me do I want to bring to the forefront this summer? Number four, who do I want to be with and who do I need to say goodbye to? And let me just quickly touch on this one. Sometimes, obviously, it's obvious who you want to be with, right? Who you want to surround yourself with, or people that inspire you, make you think, people that love you no matter what and that you love. But sometimes we do need to say goodbye to certain relationships if there's somebody in your life that really you have low energy vibes coming off of them, or you don't feel great when you're around them. It doesn't have to be a big dramatic goodbye, but there might be some people in your life that you just need to take a little step away from. So ask yourself, see how we can start working towards a friendly goodbye. And they don't even need to really know you're saying goodbye for the record. What is, and the last question, what is the goal of mine that if I achieve this by the end of August would make me so happy? I think it's great to have goals, so think about that. Then I want you to write all of this down. So answer all of those questions, and then I want you to rewrite it all back to yourself. Write a letter to yourself from your future self is writing it. So the woman that you've become at the end of the summer, you are writing a letter to yourself today. So it would look something like this. Dear Danielle, oh my God, you won't believe all that we've accomplished. We feel amazing. Well, I don't know why I'm saying we. I feel amazing, I guess because I'm talking to my past self, but you get the point. I want you to basically talk to your past self, include how you feel, what you've accomplished. Maybe it's just the fact that you walked consistently 3 days a week. It does not, we don't need to be doing big giant things. Think little tiny baby steps are how you're going to improve, grow, and get a little bit healthier, a little bit stronger, a little more confident every single day. So that is the mindset that I want you in. And then while you're doing this too, you can kind of come up with some words maybe that would be the theme of your rebrand. Like, I don't know, words that would just describe the version of you at the end of the summer. You have rebranded yourself to be, some words might be confident, happy, calmer, more productive, motivated. Come up with a few words. You can put them on sticky notes. You know, I love doing this and putting them all around. Put them in your wallet, put them in your car, put them on your mirror, wherever you're going to see them, just to remind you. You could also do a vision board too. You could call it like Midlife vision board. I personally like doing the old school vision boards, but I don't go old school, which is when we used to like get a stack of magazines. I haven't had a magazine and I can't tell you how long, but instead what I do is come up with all the things that I want on my vision board, and then I Google the images, print them out, and create one. It's kind of fun to do like a little craft like that. I've done it on a Pinterest board as well. You can do Pinterest boards and just mark them private, so you're the only one that would see it. You could do it in Canva. I mean, there's a million different ways of doing it. And then you could also make it as your wallpaper on your phone, so you're looking at it every single day. Obviously, we all look at our phones a lot, so it'd be a great constant reminder. So that's something to think about. All right, the next step is we are aligning your daily actions with the person that you want to become. You are going to create a new routine that directly aligns with your future self that you just become very, very clear on. The rebranded version of you. What does she do every day? Does she walk in the morning before work? Does she lift weights? Does she do yoga? Maybe she preps meals. Maybe she reads more before bed instead of scrolling through her phone. Maybe she grills on the weekends, does some food prepping. Maybe she meditates in the morning. I don't know. These are all things I want you to think about what you want to do, and we're going to start implementing them and creating a new routine this summer. Only you can answer exactly what this version of you does, but I want you to create some new daily routines and habits that will get you to her. Have fun with this. I love doing this. It's super fun. I want you to really sit and look at your current schedule and play with it. Like, are there things that you can take away, move around, just to make room for these new habits and goals that you have for yourself? So take the time to sit and look at your calendar, your schedule, so that you can design a life that matches the energy of the woman that you are becoming. This is so fun. And then all we have to do is live it every day with intention to become the best version of you. Okay, next, in order to grow, we need to make room. So if you know anything at all about feng shui, one of the basic principles is, decluttering and clearing things out in your life, in your home, to make room for new opportunities, new relationships, new things to come into your life. So we are going to declutter. That means with everything. We are going to declutter your closet. If you have something in your closet that you have not worn in over a year, you got to get rid of it. Donate it. Make room for new. Donate anything that is old and has old energy. We are not taking with us into the summer of 2025. We can even declutter our phone and social media. I want you to go through your social media if you're somebody that goes on Instagram or TikTok a lot, and if there's anyone on there that has bad vibes, complaining all the time, anything that doesn't really serve you, I want you to get rid of it. Unfollow, delete. Go through and do that. Only keep in there accounts that are inspiring to you, where you learn something or that makes you laugh or feel good. That's the vibe we're going for in 2025. That is it. I want you to go through your calendar and declutter that as well by saying no to things that you don't want to do. Stop saying yes. We women say yes to everything and everyone. We put everybody else above us. And I think it's time to really start putting up a little bit of a boundary here around who we say yes to. I stopped doing that, and I just got to a point where it's like, I'm 51. I'm going to do what I want. The only people that I really put above me are my husband and children and soon to be grandchild. But, you know, your family, your friends, of course, I'm not saying to abandon them. I'm just saying if it's something that you're just like, I really don't want to do this, then say no. Say no, free up that time to do something for you. That being said, I don't want you to forget about reconnecting with the friends that you do have and making time for people that make us feel good, that we absolutely love. When you are around people that make you laugh, that make you happy to be alive, that make you feel loved and cherished, those are the people that we want more of. Make time for them, of course, with your family and your friends. Not everything has to be centered around food and drinks. You can do things that are active, get outside, go to a park, go for walks, go to a fitness class, things like that. It doesn't always have to be centered around food and drink, but that's just me. Okay, I want to lastly talk about adding more fun and joy to your rebrand. And what I mean by that, so for me, I do all of these things, and I'm going to give you some tips here. Make a summer playlist that basically energizes you, makes you happy, or just put it with the mood of whatever you're doing. I literally have playlists for everything. I have a million playlists for my workouts. I have playlists for walks. I have one entitled car, and I just keep adding to it. You know, sometimes and you're just like, I just want to be able to put on a playlist where I know all the songs that I want to sing them to. Like, instead of fidgeting around and playing with the radio, I have a playlist for the car that I play, especially when I'm on long car rides back and forth to the beach, for sure. I have a great playlist on Spotify. It's called Jazz. I think it's called Autumn for Jazz or Jazz for Autumn. And it's like a 9-hour long playlist, and I put it on really low, and it's just always on in the background of my house. It's just always, it's just a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I would encourage you to create some playlists. So much fun on Spotify, and get those going. Read more books if you're a reader. I love reading. I absolutely love my Kindle. The only thing I'm going to say about the Kindle is sometimes I forget the title of the book because, you know, you're in the Kindle. But I guess there's buttons I could be pushing to see what the title is, but I forget. But I do love the Kindle because you can have so many books going at once, or always have a book with you, and it's like especially when you're traveling, it's a tiny little nothing. Fits into your purse, or you can take it to the beach. And actually, speaking of that, you've got to have your sunglass readers. I love my sunglass readers. I know I'm getting off topic here, but they're awesome. They look cool. You don't want to be looking like a freak. Before I knew about these things, I was that person with like the readers on and then the sunglasses on top of them. And I was like, oh my God. Let's just say we'll get into reading more books. Maybe we should have a book club. Maybe we should have a book club for rebranding. I think I'm going to do that. I just gave myself an idea. All right, I'll get back to you. I'll post about that, about the first book. All right, if anybody wants to do it. This is a big one coming up. I want you to find a signature mocktail. I didn't say cocktail, I said mocktail. I'm gonna peer pressure you a little bit to step away from the alcohol instead of peer pressuring you to drink like everybody else. You know, it's funny, I've gotten a lot of messages in the past month, I guess because I did a post about, you know, we don't need to be drinking 24/7 here. And a lot of people were like, I would love to not drink, but I get peer pressure from my spouse or my friends, and they're like, oh, you're not drinking. And I just don't have time for that. I don't understand it. It's not that I stopped drinking altogether. I certainly will have a glass of wine here and there, but for the most part, it's just not worth it to me. So I do mocktails, and I really think you can make this one I'm going to tell you about any restaurant you go to. This is my favorite one. It's just club soda with a splash of cranberry, and then you squeeze an entire lime in there, mix it up, make sure it's on ice, or you could I do diet ginger beer, which is so good instead of the club soda. First of all, you could just drink that on your own. Sometimes I do that at dinner. Here, I will just pour it into a nice glass, but you could do diet ginger beer on its own just because it has like a little zing to it. You could also do that with the cranberry. You could do a splash of pineapple juice, whatever it is, as long as you're not doing a whole thing of pineapple juice, because that's all sugary carbs. But I don't know. I just think, skip the alcohol. If it leaves you feeling like crap, like peer pressure is out. We are in our fees now. We're going to peer pressure these people right back with, you know what? I like feeling good. I like waking up tomorrow morning and feeling vibrant and happy and clear-headed. So do not let anyone peer pressure you this summer. And honestly, let's try not to get into the habit of going to the beach and start popping open a beer or whatever you're going to be doing at 3 p.m. It just doesn't work for us now. It just doesn't. We're puffy. We got headaches. No, that's not the rebranded version of you. All right. Lastly, I got two more little things here. I want you to celebrate your wins every single day. I have been making my personal training clients share a non-scale victory with me each week. This just means we're not saying like, yay, I lost a pound, so I'm happy. No, let's pick something that has absolutely nothing to do with our bodies. I just want you to think about a non-scale victory, and that could mean anything, whatever that means to you. But we have to really get into the habit of being our own cheerleader. We don't do that enough. We all have wins every day. Of course we do. You just have to think about it and be your own cheerleader and be proud of yourself and talk to yourself in the cheerleader way, which is, girl, you got it going on. And my last little tip for you for this rebranded summer is I want you to take one tiny little toe step outside of your comfort zone. If you want to post more on social media, post the reel, join the fitness class, try the thing, whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to leap and jump into this big giant goal. Take a little baby step out and see where it goes. I guarantee you're about to have the best summer of your entire life. I cannot wait to see all the changes that you make, all the ways that you are just shining so bright at the end of the summer. I'm really, really excited for you. I'm excited for me too. I'm going to do this with you. So let me just remind you of one last thing. You are not too old. It is not too late. Whatever it is that you want, you can have it. Just get clear on it. Go back and answer those questions. Implement your new routines, declutter, and then we're going to go after it. I'm so excited for you guys. The summer is yours. I want you to evolve, show up, be consistent, and just shine. Okay, I love you so much. I will not be here next Tuesday. I'm going to have my very first rerun of an episode. I'm just going to choose an episode. I'll put it out there next Tuesday just because it's a holiday weekend, and I'll be back the following week with a brand new episode. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. I'm excited. If you want to message me and tell me all about your dreams for yourself this summer, I would love to hear it. And as promised, I will follow up with a book recommendation. We're starting a book club. Yeah, we're doing it. All right. Have a great, great week ahead. Enjoy the extended weekend ahead. And I will talk to you soon.